Hello, everyone. Ooh, this echoes. I got your attention really quickly. How exciting. Okay, here goes. Do you ever have one of those days where everyone's on your case from your teacher all the way down to your best girlfriend? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was back at my pinning for when I graduated, and I was reflecting on that day today. Okay, just let me find my speech here just a minute, okay? Now I'm gonna have to tell my husband he was right. I'm gonna have to go home and tell him that I didn't follow directions again. And that I'm messing up my introduction in front of you all. Coming here tonight, my husband gave me a pep talk. And he said, whatever you do, don't try to think you're funny or you're a comedian or that you're witty. Just be your weird, awkward self, and you'll be just fine as long as you don't cry. Well, I guess 2 or 3 out aren't bad, because this is kind of awkward now. And I'm always going to be weird, and I'm going to try not to cry for messing up my intro, especially in front of you all. So I'm imagining this conversation as I go home this evening. This is going to look like something like this. Well, I can't tell him I've always had that because this isn't an Amazon box that I'm trying to hide. And I can't say everything went great because unfortunately social media has now made everything permanent for you guys to see all of my mistakes. So here goes. Okay, let me just think back to my training. I'm prepared for this. I'm a nurse. I can speak, I can react, and I can save your lives all in 1 minute, so hang on, all right? So what did my teachers say from speech class? When I mess up, what do I do? Okay. So if you guys will just indulge me for a moment, if everyone in the audience would just give me a second. Everyone that has a birthday on an even number day, please stand up in the audience. Who's got a birthday on an even number day? Please stand up. And if you could hold your hands like this. All right, now if everyone in the audience could please stand up that has a birthday on an odd number day. And hold your hands like this. And if everybody could clap. I have a standing ovation. Woohoo! Now I can go home and I tell my husband I was right, that I'm an amazing nurse. I sank this drowning speech, no, let's see, what is that? I saved my drowning speech. And thank you, I finally got a standing ovation. And guess what? I have proof, because this day is gonna live forever on social media. Thank you. Good evening. I'm Professor Chris Beard. I'm a board-certified nurse practitioner, and I'm also an instructor here at Nursing College. Well, for the end of today, I am. Who knows? They may want to promote me now that they've seen my comedy skills. Wow, what a gathering we have here. I want to welcome President Dr. Adrienne Henry. Let's give a shout out to our Mercy College board members, as well as our cabinet members. All right, welcome to our students, the most important people here, right? We're celebrating your success today. Welcome to the parents, your families, your friends, the faculty, for joining us to celebrate today. As every nurse will attest, when we walk into a room, we develop a habit of completing a general assessment. And what I can see from this position, I wish all of you could see. Because it's pretty amazing when I look out in the crowd tonight. I can unequivocally see and feel the palpable energy in the room. The excitement of how proud you all are of how everyone has accomplished their goals. Welcome to the club, Mercy grads. As a nurse, you are now part of a very special club as you have chosen to give your life to service of others. You now hold the privilege and honor of walking through life with strangers who will leave an indelible mark on your heart, witnessing the first breaths, and yes, unfortunately, sometimes the last. It has been my honor as well to be alongside you on this journey. Everyone here at Mercy College are so very proud of you all. So let's get to what we're really here for tonight. Not a comedy routine, but the pinning of our Mercy College nursing graduates. We are honored to celebrate with you on this enormous milestone in your nursing career. The history of the pinning ceremony dates to the 12th century by the Knights of the Order in a ceremony that was during which each monk was given a Maltese cross badge for attending to wounded soldiers. Today's ceremony is based on the ceremony that started in the 1860s when Queen Victoria awarded Florence Nightingale the Red Cross of St. George to recognize her service as a military nurse in the Crimean War. So now, it is with great pride that I welcome you all to the Mercy College Health Sciences Spring 2023 Nursing Pinning Ceremony. Graduates, this is your time for celebration. You're being honored today for the successful completion of your education as a professional nurse. Thank you for letting me be part of my day, my day. There I go, back to that 20 years ago. And humoring me with that standing ovation. And thank you for not making me go home and tell my husband he was right. Thank you all. I would like to now introduce Bo Bonner, who's going to now give us our reflection.
Thank you, and don't worry, you don't have to stand. Learning is quite an interesting thing. Few things in life create as momentous a change in all of us as learning a profession, or anything at all. And yet, despite perhaps looking extra tired from studying, there's no perceptible physical change that even your closest friends or loved ones can see. There's no brain scan sophisticated enough to perceive that a revolutionary change has happened to you. The founder of the Sisters of Mercy, Catherine McAuley, captures this really well. Quote, "How quietly the great God does all his mighty works. Darkness is spread over us, and light breaks in again, and there is no noise of drawing curtains or closing shutters." For Catherine, she thinks of all the great things our tradition associates with the holy: love, mercy, wisdom, and notes that these things are often not accompanied with a world-stopping event to note their miraculous occurrence. How often has it been that when we have that eureka moment in our studies, the world keeps moving on as before? Part of why we are here today is to stop the world for a brief amount of time and note the amazing things you've accomplished, but also to admit there will always be a hidden element to extending what our vision calls the healing ministry carried forth by the heritage of the sisters. You would see this, for instance, in the Voda coins some of you have. This was on the old nursing pins. Maybe someone who knows, if you know someone who was at Mercy sometime in the past. The Latin phrase voda vita mea simply means my life is devoted. We're talking about that devotion today. You have changed the world in world-stopping ways from all the things you've learned. But as you go forward into the field of nursing, you've devoted your life to bringing healing to an afflicted world. It is an honor to be associated with you in this, in your great endeavor. Another word for devote is to consecrate, to set apart for a specific purpose. And thus, if you're so moved, please join me as I pray the adapted consecration from the Sisters of Mercy. O compassionate God, look on us today with tenderness and give us the grace to walk on the path of mercy, marked out for those who follow you. May all we do today reflect your merciful love. Amen. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ashley Hoff, and I am one of the Associate Deans in the nursing program. And it is my pleasure to welcome our distinguished speaker this evening. Sandy Hall is one of our very own, a proud Mercy College alum who received her nursing diploma in 1979 and her Bachelor of Science in Nursing in 2002 from Mercy College. After graduating from Mercy College, she furthered her education and graduated from the University of North Dakota in 2016 with her Master of Science in Nursing. With her credentials including an MSN, ARNP, Sandy currently holds the position of ARNP for Iowa Heart Center, specializing in general cardiology, and has been there for the past 7 years. Sandy's career in healthcare began as a CNA during high school and later as a PCT while in nursing school. She has worked as a hospital nurse, assistant unit manager for 19 years, and has 9 years of experience in care coordination. Sandy also worked as a heart failure case study for Iowa Heart Center at Mercy for 8 years. With 44 years of working in healthcare as a nurse and nurse practitioner, it may seem there is not much time outside of work for spare time activities. But in her spare time, she enjoys reading, gardening, sewing, biking, working out, and most importantly, spending time with her grandkids. Now, please join me in giving a resounding round of applause for our guest speaker, Sandy Hall.
Well, good evening, everybody. I was very honored that I was asked to speak today. And as she said, I am a Mercy grad. I'm very, very proud of that. And I've been with Mercy ever since I've graduated. So I want to talk a little bit about the noble profession of nursing. And noble is having or showing personal characteristics that other people admire. And most people admire nurses. They have humility, they're caring, they're honest. And nobility of a profession is based on having specialized skills, specialized training, core values, autonomy, integrity, and social justice. So there was, in 1999, a Gallup poll for the most trusted profession was taken, and they do that every year. And nursing profession has been the top one for 22 of the 23 years. And that saying that adults who voted said they were very honest and had high ethical standards. So the nursing profession beat out physicians, pharmacists, teachers, law, police officers, and the one time they were not the number one profession was in September 9/11 in 2001 when the terrorists attacked the U.S. And at that time, the firefighters won that honor, and they well deserved that. So I want to just talk a little bit about then and now, because nursing has changed, healthcare has changed dramatically since I graduated in '79. Number one, I went to school, it was called Mercy College, and not Mercy College, Mercy School of Nursing. And our school was an old brick building on the northwest corner of the hospital that has long been demolished. And our classes were in the basement, and then they taxied us to Drake University for A&P and microbiology. And then the dorm itself was very industrial. We had the gray-green metal everything, our chairs, our desks, our dorm rooms. We had radiator heat, so we were either very cold or very hot. The first floor was a few dorms. We had a community room,
And if you had a boyfriend or someone that came, you had to stay there. You could not go anywhere else in the dorm. We had a house mother that kept track of things. She locked the doors at 10 at night. And if you happened to go out, you had to go into the hospital to the switch operator, and she called security to let us in. And a lot of times there was a lot of giggling going on as we went back to our dorms. Then the second level was dorm rooms, and the third was where the nuns were. It's a little fly, I'm sorry. The nuns lived, and the fourth floor was storage and where the bats lived. And it was every now and then you'd hear a bunch of screams and the doors would be slamming because there's a bat flying down the hallway. And there was always some brave soul that would take a fry pan or a dish, knock it down, and take it outside. And once in a while, Anne, the house mother, would tell us to keep it down because the nuns called and needed to sleep. So when I graduated, then I, of course, worked at Mercy, and things were really different back then. Patients came in for testing, which, for decades now, they've been doing these tests outpatients. We had our routine chest pain, pneumonia, and surgical patients, but it seems like everybody came in for abdominal pain and had a GI workup, and it took at least a week. They were going to have a colonoscopy, an endoscopy. They had gallbladder x-rays, ultrasounds. And then when they were all done, sometimes they'd stay a couple extra days because they just didn't feel like going home. So luckily, things changed in the early 80s, and they did prospective payment system where you couldn't just stay as long as you wanted. I do have to say that, our equipment was not as high-tech as it has become over the years. We did not initially have IV pumps, but we had a Harvard pump, and Harvard pumps are still made. They're used to infuse pain meds and different things like that. But we would infuse heparin, which is a blood thinner, and it would come in a big 50 cc syringe, and it was on this metal plate, and it had like a T key in the back of it, and it was spring loaded. And we get our blood work to see if we needed to adjust the heparin rate, and we had to call pharmacy, and they would come up and turn it a little for us. So that just seems so barbaric right now, I guess. And then one memory I have lots of memory, but this really seems quite bizarre. And so once in a while we get a patient in that needed to be detoxed from alcoholism. And so to treat that, we had orders. There was a bottle of vodka in the medication drawer, and every 6 hours or so, we would have to take it out. We'd pour an ounce in a medicine cup and mix them a screwdriver. And so I only remember doing that only a couple years, but then research, evidence-based medicine took over, and we started doing a whole new protocol for that kind of thing. So then now to today. About 3 weeks ago, I went to the Mercy Alumni Tea, and I got a tour of your beautiful college. And I got to see some of the simulation rooms. I saw the one that was like a patient ward, and all the mannequins have high fidelity. You can listen to their hearts and different things like that. You have IV pumps that you could use. And then I also was in the Victoria room. And that, I found out her name's Victoria, and it's a labor and birthing room. And it's very impressive. She's very high fidelity. I'm told that she can vomit, she can hemorrhage, and she can birth a baby. And so the students really got wonderful equipment to work with, along with being in the hospital and taking care of patients as students. So now you have microprocessors in all your equipment. There's a lot of very high-tech equipment used in intensive care units. We used to use, glass thermometers and rectal thermometers. Then we went to the paper ones, and now you have digital thermometers. It's just things like that. So it's really an exciting time to be in nursing, and you're going to keep seeing it evolve because evidence-based medicine has made a huge difference, and it's a wonderful adjunct to health care, so our patients get the very best care that is there for them. So just remember, you're going to have some good days and a few bad days, and you do that in any job. But the main thing is don't give up, because the bad days are going to be overwhelmingly little compared to the good days that you have. Your ability to be the link between the patient and the rest of the healthcare team in the hospital, the clinic, or wherever you decide to work. There's a lot of different jobs you can do, and you will never be without a job. There's nothing more than I ever wanted to be than was to be a nurse, and I have absolutely no regrets. I love the profession, and I hope that you all will too. So in closing, here is a quote, unknown author, when you're a nurse, you know every day you will touch a life or a life will touch yours. So congratulations.
Thank you, Sandy, for a very eloquent speech. It really was very encouraging to hear that going forward. Okay, so my name is Dr. Chris Siefken. I'm actually the assistant professor for the BSN program. And tonight we're going to actually have a very, very interesting pinning ceremony. The pinning ceremony for the nurses has been incredibly important, as the pin itself represents the time and effort put into learning the materials, working the clinicals, and serving our community. Our future nurses will be wearing this pin near their hearts to always remember their time spent with us at Mercy, but also to remember why they have decided to become a nurse and to continue to uphold the servant's attitude for each patient that they encounter. We will begin the reading of the BSN names. During this time, each student will be receiving the Mercy College official nursing pin, which will be pinned by our nursing administration or someone significant to the student. BSN students, as I call your name, please walk onto the stage to receive your pin. If you are having someone other than nursing administration pin you, please have that person walk with you to receive the pin and do the honors. Okay. First name, Bizrat Araya. Emily Bird. Jennifer Chapman. Eva Clark. Tiernan Conley. Samantha Cripps. That's awesome. George Disney. Adao Albino. Andrea Eng. Kara Fagan. Rosemarie Feely. Congratulations. Cassie Garland. Shrey Garrigan. And yes, I pronounced it properly. It's been a long time, all semester. Haley Gilbert. Mallory Gray. Colin Hartnett. All right now. Amanda Hoffman. Kaylin Huff. Helen Leoty. Samantha Martin. Meredith Miller. Crystal Miranda. Emma Myers. Caroline Nadee. Megan Northhouse. Danielle Reed. Amber Sandmeyer. Josie Sargent. Olivia Schroeder. Madison Schulte. Emily Sell. Oh. Krista Skinner. Kylie Sly. Erica Sprague. Good job. Sarah Van Loop. Danielle Warford. Aww. Talon Wheeler. I screwed up one name, I'm sorry. Talon Wheeler. I do apologize. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Delaney Wheeler. All right. I want to thank the BSN students for being an actual wonderful class this semester. It's been actually a pleasure knowing you. But for tonight, I want everybody to give them a round of applause. They've done a wonderful job. Okay, I would like to welcome Hallie Haddock to the stage to a reading of the ABSN names.
Thank you, Chris. Hi, everyone. My name's Hallie Headkey. I also have a terrible name to pronounce, so I'm sorry if I get your name wrong, but I am very used to it. I am honored to read the names for the ABSN students to receive their pins. So just like we did with the BSN students, ABSN students, as I call your name, please walk onto the stage to receive your pin. If you're having someone else other than nursing administration pin you, please bring them with you. Lisa On. Sanait Andimesco. Elizabeth Archiga. Hussein Ba. Olivia Carter. Isabella Caruso. Rachel Deason. Anna Egby. Salam Gabratze. Rachel Hansen. Erica Leith. Ashton McFarlane. Hira Mannon. Lana Meyer. Paige Meyer. Sierra Peterson. Tim Peterson. Malia Pratt. Ariana Ramirez Correa. Zachary Ray. Chantel Sievers. Bolanle Sosanya. Angela Williams. Thank you, ABSN students. If everyone could please join me in one more round of applause. Now, I'm going to welcome Alexandra McManus to the stage, who will lead us in the Florence Nightingale Pledge.
Thank you. My name is Alex McManus, and I am an assistant professor here at the college. Going on 7 years this fall. It's been an honor teaching you, working with all of you, and I'm honored to lead you guys in the Florence Nightingale Pledge with you. First, I would like to give you a little bit of background about the pledge and where this was inspired from, and then we will recite it together. In 1912, the Florence Nightingale Medal was established by the International Red Cross to reward nurses who have distinguished themselves in an exceptional manner by great devotion to their patients in time of war or peace. So at this time, I will ask that if you are a nurse, nursing faculty member, or nursing student, I would like for you to please stand and join me in reciting the Florence Nightingale Pledge. The pledge is printed on your program, so if everyone will please join me, and then we will recite the pledge together. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to keeping in the practice of my calling. I will assist the physician in his or her works and will devote myself to the welfare of my patients, my family, and my community. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibility in promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill, wherever they may be and whenever they are in need. I will be active in assisting others in safeguarding and promoting the health and happiness of mankind. Thank you. I would now like to welcome to the podium Dr. Melissa Ballou to present the Daisy Award nominees and winners.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name truly is Melissa Ballou, and I am the Fall 22 Faculty Daisy Award winner, and I am honored to be presenting the Daisy Award nominees and winners for spring of 23. First, I would like to give a brief history behind the Daisy Award, and it's that brief, and my bifocals are only at 2.5. So here we go. I've read it several times. Okay, the Daisy Foundation was established in 1999 by members of the family of Patrick Barnes. Patrick was 33 years old and died of complications of the autoimmune disease ITP. Like many families that go through this horrific kind of loss, the Barnes family wanted to do something positive to honor the very special man Patrick was. So right after Patrick's death, they came up with DAISY, an acronym for the diseases attacking the immune system. As they brainstormed what the DAISY Foundation would actually do, they kept coming back to one positive thing they held on to during Pat's 8-week illness: the extraordinary care that he and they received from Pat's nurses. The family was very impressed by the clinical care Pat's nurses provided, but what really overwhelmed them was the compassion and kindness that his nurses brought to Pat's bedside day in and day out. Pat's family created the DAISY Award for Extraordinary Nurses to honor nurses who go above and beyond and make extraordinary differences in patients' and families' experiences in healthcare. There are other ways the foundation says thank you to nurses, including recognizing and celebrating nursing students who exemplify the delivery of clinical care in an extraordinary and compassionate way to patients, their families, as they are learning. The DAISY Award for Extraordinary Nursing Student is designed to remind students that even on your toughest days in nursing school, why you want to be a nurse. The DAISY Award also recognizes nursing faculty, and there are ways the foundation says thank you to those nurses, including honoring nursing faculty who instruct and inspire nursing students. Nursing faculty has a profound impact on the future practice of their students. Many nurses talk about hearing an instructor's voice in their ears even years after they have graduated. The DAISY Award for Extraordinary Nursing Faculty provides national recognition and appreciation to nursing faculty for their commitment and inspirational influence on their students. We are very proud to partner with DAISY as we have extraordinary nursing students and nursing faculty here at Mercy College of Health Science. Now on to announcing our Spring 23 DAISY Award nominees. All of these nominees were selected by Mercy College nursing faculty and the Spring 23 nursing graduating students. We will begin our student nominees. Nominees, when I call your name, please line up horizontally on the stage to my right of the podium facing the audience. Each of you will be handed a DAISY Award nominee pin and DAISY Award thank you card to show representation for this outstanding achievement. Basrat Amaya. Isabella Caruso. Rachel Hansen. Caroline Nye. Amber Sandmeyer. Emily Sell. Angela Williams. Please give these well-deserving individuals a round of applause. Before announcing the winner, I will share the heartfelt comments made to describe the recipient. This student was consistently looking for ways to help both in the classroom and clinical. For clinicals, we were all assigned patients and tasks. On top of their assigned tasks with their patient, this student would consistently ask their nurse, their PCT, other nurses, and other PCTs if they needed help with anything. They were always someone that I could go to for assistance or advice. I would never see them standing around. They were always busy helping someone in one way or another. This student consistently went above and beyond for each and every patient, as well as their fellow classmates. Please join me in applause to congratulate Angela Williams as the Spring 23 Nursing Student Daisy Award winner. Thank you, Daisy Award nominees and winner. You may now be seated. Next, we will announce our Spring 2023 Nursing Faculty Daisy Award nominees. These nominees were also selected by Mercy College nursing faculty and the Spring 23 nursing graduating students. Like the Student Daisy Award nominees, when I call your names, please line up horizontally to my right of the podium, facing the audience. Each of you will be handed a Daisy Award nominee pin and Daisy Award thank you card to show representation on this outstanding achievement. Jane DeGoyer. Jolynn Ernst. Ashley Hoff. Teresa Housley. Natalia, can't do it. Carrie Hollerud is accepting her nomination on behalf. Lisa Martin. Teresa Smith. Krista Steffens. and Jennifer Weiland. Let's also give a round of applause to these dedicated recipients. Before announcing the winner, I will also share one of the touching comments made to describe the recipient. This faculty member went above and beyond their duties, helping me prepare for countless exams and quizzes over the course of nursing school. They would always offer to spend extra time and provide me with resources to ensure that I understood the content before the next exam. They always did all they could in order to help me. Their selfless acts did not go unnoticed, and I could not have gotten through nursing school without this faculty member. Please join me in applause to congratulate Ashley Hoff as the Spring 23 Nursing Faculty Daisy Award winner. Thank you, Daisy Award nominees and winner. You may now be seated. Congratulations, nursing students and faculty, on receiving such prestigious awards. Now please welcome Dr. Wessel for the closing.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Kristen Wessel, and I'm the Dean of Nursing for Mercy College. And as I know that everyone is also very anxious to get to commencement tonight as well, I will keep this short and sweet, okay? Students, as you are just moments from graduation, I just want to share with you how proud Mercy College is of your journey, of your accomplishments, of you overcoming challenges every single day, both in school, personally, and many of you also working. So I just want you to know, on behalf of all of the faculty and staff, the administration at the college, we are thrilled that you have come to the end of your journey. We hope that you will stay in touch as well, okay? So I would like to take just a couple of moments. I will keep it brief, I promise. But I'd like to ask for Dr. Henry, our cabinet, and our board members that are present to please rise. And I'll ask that you please stay standing. I would like to also add in the standing our faculty and staff of Mercy College. Please rise. Whether you've seen each of these faces or whether they're new to you today because they are working on your behalf behind the scenes, know that every single member that you see standing here today has been rooting and cheerleading for you from the day you stepped on campus, even before you officially became a student here. And again, we're thrilled to be able to celebrate with you. Go ahead and sit. Okay, soon-to-be graduates, please rise. Turn and face your family and friends. And I ask that everyone please join me in congratulating these nurses. Thank you all for coming and celebrating pinning with us. We love an opportunity to celebrate our nursing students and, like I said, soon to be graduates. And now we're going to go ahead and adjourn, and I'm just going to say, students, go line up. We'll see you all soon for commencement.